people from 80 countries that have come to the Success and Money site. As you know, the Success and Money site is a nonprofit educational foundation. We teach kids, teens, young adults, and adults about success and money because most likely you didn't learn it in school. So today we've got a special treat for you. The stars have kind of lined up for us today, and we're going to be celebrating 100,000 hours of our students going to online classes. Now, how do you change someone's world? How do you change their life? It's with education. There's three things you can do with someone. You can give them money, you can give them education, or you can give them experiences. Now, what do we do? Usually we just give our kids money and they're on their way. The second most important thing would probably be to give them the education. But the most important thing is to give them the experience so that they can pull the trigger and start doing things and start investing. That's been the story of my life, as I've had some wonderful mentors that have made a huge difference in my life. And one of those is going to be our special guest speaker today, Mr. Robert Allen. I've had many mentors in my life and coaches, but probably the biggest two is my mom and dad and Mr. Robert Allen. So I'm so excited to be able to bring him on today. So today we're going to be talking briefly about our purpose. The Success Money Foundation, our purpose is to be able to supply free success and money classes for anyone, anywhere. That means we have a platform that you are welcome to use, that you're welcome to share. We want you to share the wealth of free success and money classes. Now, we have the platform, but you are the one that's making it happen, not us. You're the one that has the ability to teach others. I mean, if you really wanted to be able to make a huge difference in your children's life, wouldn't you want to teach them about success and money? They're going to make, manage, and spend millions and millions of dollars in their lifetime, and nobody's teaching them these things. Your children, your kids, all these people are going to buy real estate. They have to have a place to live. Wouldn't you like to own the real estate versus just renting it? The stock market. We want to teach you about the stock market. We want to teach you about entrepreneurs, and we want to teach you about how to do multiple streams of income. We have the platform, and this is a legacy project that was created by myself and many wonderful people that are supporting me on this, including our guest speaker today, Mr. Robert Allen. Now, we have three missions. Mission number one is to provide financial rewards to students for attending online classes. Now, these rewards are to be added to your investment account. We're giving out money seeds and money water so you can grow your money tree. Now, where did I learn this? I learned it from our guest speaker today. He was the one that taught me about the money tree formula and how all that works. And all I've done is try to take that down to another level. As many of you know, I am the father with my wife of 5 children. 2 are special needs children. And I had to learn simple techniques and things to teach my children. And some of those things I had to make simpler and easier to understand, which were concepts that I learned from many of my mentors, and especially my parents and Mr. Robert Allen. So that's our first mission. Second mission is to provide donations to schools, churches, charities, groups, and teams so you can do this together. You can have fun, you can have a competition, and you can learn, and you can actually make money for your school to do special projects. We've done all kinds of projects with all kinds of groups all over the world. And it doesn't matter what kind of group it is. We just want you to be able to do it as a group and then have fun doing it. Number 3 is to improve people's lives and help those in need. That's really what it all comes down to. Who needs the help? What lives are we really trying to improve? Well, everybody's life. Everybody's life. Everyone that is in this class and has the ability to go through classes, our goal is to take you up a notch, take you up a level, get you up another level, get you up another level, get you up another level. That's the key. And doing the small and simple things can change your life. And in the previous video, you saw the video about you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you give him a fishing pole or sell him a fishing pole and teach him how to teach, you can change and feed him for a lifetime. But if you teach him how to teach, then he can teach others and he can make an influence on a whole generation. My life and my family's life is so different than it could have been. And the only way you can see this is if you go backwards and connect the dots. I go backwards and I see where I am today. And then I go back and I connect the dots backwards, and I can see the teachings of my parents and my mentors, and especially to Bob, that have had a huge impact on me. I can remember doing some strategies with my dad as a teenager. We bought stock together. He opened up an investment account for me, and I was buying stock. Now, I have no idea if I made money or not, but I remember sitting down with my dad, opening up the newspaper and looking at the stock quotes on, and we would get on the phone and actually buy stock. We did investments. We did real estate together. When I was very young, we were working on a house that was next door that my dad had bought. And it was hot. I wasn't having any fun, and we were scraping the paint off the house. And I says, Dad, can I get paid for doing this work? And he goes, son, we bought this property so that it would have enough money to help put you through college. Well, as a teenager, I didn't really care about college at that time. And he could see I was kind of disappointed in that. So a little while later, I got the gumption to ask him, Dad, are you sure I can't get paid for doing this? And he come back and he said, son, no, get back to work. And he could see I didn't like that answer. And so he says, son, some people make so much money off of their investments, their real estate, their small businesses, that they don't have a job. All they do is manage those investments. That's generational wealth. And as we talk about the 5 steps and generational wealth, this is a combination of the things I learned from my mentors. So as I go backwards and you can see who put those together, you can say, well, where did I get that idea? Well, I got the idea of the whole money tree that you guys are benefiting from Robert Allen. I got these ideas about the stock market and real estate from my mentors that I had previous in my life. Now, I want to show you a quick video that I think you're going to love. And this video is on the website. So when you go to the Success and Money Foundation, here's the latest video that I want to show you. So congratulations, we're hitting a great milestone today. Hi, my name is Tom Painter. I am the founder of SuccessandMoneyFoundation.org. We are a nonprofit educational foundation. We teach kids, teens, young adults, and adults about success and money principles because most likely you didn't learn it in school. Our purpose is to provide free success and money classes for anyone, anywhere. Now, our goal is to help people and make a difference in their life. The only way you can do that is with education.
The real reason to achieve a goal is that you become a better person while you're working at it. Who you become as a person is the greatest reward you will ever get in here.
People are afraid of success. If you're afraid of anything, if those fears are stopping you, it's because your dream is not big enough. So you must make your dream bigger than your fear.
Tom is trying to teach you and share, which one of the great teachers, great inspiring teachers, and to be successful, you've got to have a great and inspiring teacher.
Having a job and working hard is one of the first things you need to do to have money success in your lifetime, is know how to work.
It motivates you to be a better worker, to be more dedicated, to go the extra mile because you know it's actually helping somebody else.
Most people who are successful, they're not smarter, they're not better, they're not luckier, they're not cooler, they just work harder.
It's so important to understand, just to open your mouth, confront your fears.
Or you master something and then you start teaching other people how to do it, you can make a lot of money.
But it doesn't make any difference how you do it. Just long term is huge. Just like putting money in your investment accounts.
We are live streaming all around the world. So I want to congratulate all of you. A couple really cool things that we've done in April is that we officially went over 23,000 hours that our students have been online learning. We just hit 31,500 hours. You can see that we're celebrating 45,000 hours. We just hit the 63,000 mark, over the 72,000 hour mark. So far we have over 7,000 students from all over the world that have been online for over 86,000 hours. So congratulations, everyone. We're so excited about this huge milestone. Right now, we have 7,600 students that have gone over 100,000 hours of online learning. These courses have been dedicated and given to us to be able to use by best-selling authors and educators who want to make a difference. This is a legacy project for us. And our goal is to be able to take those wonderful things that we've created and be able to pass it down to the next generation. You know, as we talk about the financial rewards that we give, our foundation has given over 14,000 small financial rewards. These are money seeds. They're money water so you can grow a money tree. We're not going to give you a tree. We're going to give you a seed. And then we're going to motivate you to water that seed so that it can grow into your own money tree. You don't need us. Your job is to be able to do this on your own. Now, where did I learn this? Well, I learned concepts from my parents and from many great people like Robert Allen. In 1984, my mom and dad had 12 grandchildren, and they decided that they wanted to plant money seeds, money trees for their then 12 grandchildren. And they started sub-accounts in an organization so they could have their own investment account. And they watered that. They took care of that tree. They had it grow. And when those grandkids get to be 21 years of age, then we take that tree and we plant it, replant it into their own orchard. And we teach them how to take that and grow a whole orchard of money trees. Now today, both my mom and dad have passed away. This is a picture of my mom and dad. This is right in my office. I see it every day as I work out. And this is my mom and dad, and they had a huge impact on me. But you look fast forward today, both my parents have passed away. But when they did, they had 70 grand and great grandchildren, each of them having a investment account so that they could start on their way to having a money tree. Now, why do you need a money tree? For stability. You know, this isn't about getting rich. This is about being stable. This is about having the time to go do the things that you want to do. This is why it's so important. And I know many of you have struggled on getting these investment accounts open. They want to know all kinds of information, and it's hard and it's difficult and it's scary. You know, investment accounts and the stock market is like they're going on the roller coaster. Well, there's all kinds of ways that we can teach you how to be able to do that in the simplest way. We don't buy and sell. We don't day trade. We don't do any of that. We don't pick and choose. We buy the 500 biggest companies in America, and we buy Berkshire Hathaway stock. That's what I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I do, because I've lost millions and millions and millions. Oh, I can't tell you how many millions of dollars I've lost by picking and choosing. So that's not what we want to do. We want to teach you the simplicity of it. Okay. So now the next piece is to provide donations to schools, churches, charities, groups, and teams. And as you know, my wife and I donated over $3 million to the foundation. Now, where did we get that money? We got that money from real estate and the stock market, Berkshire Hathaway stock and real estate. Bob Allen taught me about real estate when I was in 1982. I was like a 21, 22-year-old kid. I went to his Nothing Down seminar and I learned about real estate. And the one thing I learned from the Nothing Down seminar more than anything is that it was possible. That was the one thing that I really learned. It was possible to go do these wonderful things. And I struggled and I failed. And I actually lost the first property I ever bought. I made a small mistake on it. And now I look back on it and I go, you know what? I could have done so many other things to have made that work. You know, so I fixed up a house for a guy basically for free, and then I gave it back to him because I didn't know how to do a different technique or two. But the second property I bought, we had it for 38 years, and that was a little 4-unit building that we donated to the foundation. And as this foundation makes money, we give that money away. So it was real estate that did that. And these are the things that Bob Allen taught me, as well as my parents. Improve people's lives and help those in need. Well, how do we do that? Well, when you complete an hour of online class, just for being here today, and as you go to class, the foundation is going to help somebody in need. And to date, we've donated over 100,000 pairs of eyeglasses, meals, or gallons of clean water. That's one of the purposes of the foundation. So now, who influenced you? Who are your mentors? And as you go back and connect the dots going backwards, I can see things that we're doing right now that I can attribute to many, many mentors and friends that did that. You know, my friend Robert Allen, who's our guest, said that good parents give their kids good memories and bad parents give their kids bad memories. Your job is to be an influencer for good. And all the things you're seeing, the Success and Money Foundation, the charity work, well, this was installed in me at a very young age by my parents and by Bob Allen. I remember being in college in the early 80s and him talking about giving. And that was so opposite than everybody else. You know, everybody thinks that these successful people are just jerks. You know, money makes you more of what you are. And if you're a good person with it, if you're loving with it, if you help other people with it, then God's going to give you more of that so you can have a bigger impact. That's what they do. And so I'm so grateful for the influencers that have influenced me, because as I had my heart attack, when I was very young, I was 34 years of age. You know, I looked over at my wife as they were taking me into the operating room, and I wondered if I was coming back. 1/3 of the people who have a heart attack, they die. They're just gone. And I was lucky. I'm living every day knowing that I'm on borrowed time. And I sat down with Bob. There's a little restaurant called The Peep. He doesn't even probably remember this. And I told him what my problems were, because I needed to make some money for my special needs son's programs. And back in, you know, years ago, it was $40,000, and it was 2 hours away from where we lived. And you know, and Bob says, Tom, just go figure out how to make so much money that you can put in whatever program you want and never regret it. And I did that. I took his advice. I went out there and I started buying real estate. I started doing small businesses. I started doing all the things that Bob teaches in multiple streams of income and nothing down, creating wealth. And that has made a huge difference in our life. So today we're so excited to be able to bring on a great friend of mine, probably the man that has made a bigger ripple effect on so many people around the world. You know, the one thing that I've learned by doing this is you have to connect the dots backwards to see what kind of a ripple and influence you have been for good or bad. You know, when you die, they say your whole life passes before your eyes. Well, actually what happens is you pull out your phone and you look at all your pictures. And if your pictures are good pictures, and if you made good things happen, then you're going to have a successful life. If they didn't, they won't. And that brings me to the Millionaire Hall of Fame. You guys are wondering, how did we create this Success and Money Foundation, and why do we keep track of it? And why do we make it competitive and fun? Well, it's because it's a program that Bob and I did years ago. But that program was very designed to help people make money and give it away. And our goal was to have our students make over $1 billion. And this is a crazy goal. But we started having our students report to us. And over time, they made over $1 billion. But the most important part was that they had given over $25 million to over 3,000 different charities. They had success stories, over 5,000 success stories, and they shared the wealth hundreds and thousands of times by giving people books and education and sitting down to them. They passed that along from one person to the next person. They truly shared the wealth of the techniques, the education, and helping them to actually do it, and the experience. When you look at the last piece we're going to talk about, when you go to the success site and you look at the leaderboards and you say, who are the influencers? Who has told the most people about this, and has it had any impact on people's lives? And you can see that right there at the very top. Johnson Etor and his wife Meta, they enrolled 121 people. Now, how did they do that? They just shared a link. We're nonprofit, we're educational, we're a foundation, a charity. We don't even have a merchant account to sell stuff. Our goal is to be able to give this platform away. Well, they did. I mean, you can see on T1, they enrolled 121 people. And those people went through 1,400 hours of online classes. Those 121 people have enrolled an additional 192 people. Those people went through 3,600 hours of classes. All in all, because Johnson and his wife opened their mouth and shared the wealth of free Success and Money classes. 313 people have a free membership, and they've gone over 5,000 hours of online classes. You can look at Carlisle or Mary Jane or Daryl. Any of these people, you can see how they've made such a huge impact. You have to connect the dots back to Melody. That was the first person that believed in us. It took us 2 years to build this site because it kept going wrong, and kids, the sixth graders were cheating on it, and we had to tear it apart and start over and start over and start over. But in this last year, the last 13 months, we've gone from 300 students to over 7,500 students, and it's because of you. You are the ones that are making this happen. You are the influencers. You are the influencers for good. And I'm so excited to be able to have my good friend and mentor, Mr. Robert Allen, on with us today. He's the one that's that has had a huge, huge impact on my life, and he's having a huge impact on your life. This foundation would not have started if it wouldn't have been for my parents and Robert Allen. The educational pieces, my dad taught me about things, and I did things with him, and I got the belief system. But Bob created the systems. He created the systems and strategies in a very simple way that people could do that. And you are benefiting that from that right now. All these classes that you have access to, without him, this would not be. The ripple effect of one man is massive. So when he looks at his iPhone at the end of his life, he's going to see new pictures that he never saw before. And these new pictures are all the ripple of you guys and how this has improved your life and your children's life. This would not happen without our next guest speaker. So I'm so glad and so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to go out to our next segment, which is to introduce my good friend, Robert Allen. And he's going to be teaching us some amazing things. I'm so grateful for him and how he's made a huge impact on my life, my kids' life, and all of your lives. Without him, this wouldn't be here. So I want to thank you so much. And remember, go make a difference. More importantly, make it happen. Make it happen. Pull the trigger. Do something, even if it's just okay. Pull the trigger. Learn from it. If you are not failing, you're not trying hard enough. You need to fail more. And then learn from it. That's the only way you can get through the door of success. And remember, every life is precious. Every life has equal value. Not every life in the marketplace has equal value. My next door neighbor is a neurosurgeon. He makes more money than other doctors and nurses. But every spirit, every soul has equal value. We're all brothers and sisters, and we have to take care of each other. So thank you. We're going to come back to our next segment where we're going to bring on Mr. Robert Allen.